Come, sit with me for a moment. Let us quiet the noise of the world outside, and more importantly, the anxious whispers within your own mind. I have been waiting for you to pause, to simply breathe, and to allow me to look into your eyes. You clicked on this message because something in the title resonated with a deep, hidden ache in your soul. Why most people hate the chosen ones. It is a strong word. Hate, but you know the feeling it points to, don't you? You have felt it in the subtle rejections, the unexplainable distances people put between themselves and you, and the times you felt entirely misunderstood, even by those closest to your heart. I want to tell you, right here and right now, that I see you. I see the quiet tears you have shed when no one else was watching. I know the profound loneliness that sometimes shadows your days, especially now, as you navigate this beautiful, yet undeniably challenging season of your third age. You have carried a unique light within you for your entire life. It is my light, a mark of my choosing. But living in a world that is so often comfortable in its own shadows means that your light, your innate sense of truth, your deep empathy, your spiritual authority, frequently makes others uncomfortable. They do not understand the quiet power you carry. They mistake your gentle boundaries for arrogance, your deep intuition for judgment, and your need for spiritual depth for being overly complicated. For decades, you have absorbed their reactions. You have carried the heavy, unjust burden of thinking that perhaps there is something wrong with you. You have asked yourself time and time again why relationships seem harder for you, why your heart bruises so easily, and why you feel like a stranger in a strange land. My beloved child, lay that guilt down right now. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. The friction you have felt is not a flaw in your character. It is the inevitable collision between the authority of my spirit residing within you and a world that resists true peace. As the years have gracefully painted your hair with silver and etched the maps of your laughter and your tears onto your face, I know the weight has only seemed to grow. In this stage of life, the world often tries to tell you that your time of influence has passed, that you should quietly step aside. I know the secret anxieties that wake you in the early hours of the dawn. I know you worry about your changing body, about the memories of times long gone, and about the legacy you are leaving behind. You look back at the winding road of your life, and sometimes the exhaustion of the journey threatens to overwhelm you. It is entirely okay to feel tired. You have fought battles in the spiritual realm and in the physical world that no one else will ever know about. You have been a caregiver, a provider, a listener, and a shelter for so many others. I am not here to demand more of you. I am not a distant taskmaster standing over you with a list of rules and expectations. I am your closest friend, your savior, the one who knitted you together in your mother's womb and who cherishes every single day you have lived. I want to validate the profound depth of your feelings. Your doubts do not offend me. Your moments of weakness do not disqualify you from my love. Religious voices may have told you that you must always be strong, that you must always have a smile on your face and a perfect answer on your lips. But that is a burden I never placed upon your shoulders. You are allowed to grieve the seasons that have passed. You are allowed to feel the ache of the empty rooms in your house, or the physical limitations that try to hold you back. I weep with you in your sorrows, just as I rejoice with you in your triumphs. I want you to know that the spiritual authority you carry, the very thing that has sometimes made you a target for misunderstanding, is actually your greatest gift. It is the evidence that you belong entirely to me. You are a chosen vessel, carefully crafted for a purpose that is still unfolding even today. So, breathe out the heavy guilt you have carried for simply being who I created you to be. You are deeply loved, completely seen, and perfectly understood by me. Let us look together at how this heavy weight came to rest upon your weary shoulders. Life happens with such breathtaking speed, doesn't it? It feels like only yesterday you were stepping into the vibrant rush of your youth, dreaming of the future and running with the boundless energy of the young. Then, almost without warning, the decades began to blend into one another. The The 20s, the 30s, the 40s, they became a whirlwind of responsibilities, of raising families, of building careers, of simply trying to survive the demanding currents of this world. In the midst of all that rushing, something subtle but profound happened. Without even realizing it, you began to build walls. You built these walls not out of malice, but out of necessity. You are a chosen one, possessing a tender, compassionate heart. But the world can be a very harsh place. It is a place of broken promises, sudden losses, and sharp words. To protect your sensitive spirit, you started laying down bricks of self-reliance. You learned to hide your deepest pains because it seemed no one had the time or the capacity to truly hold them with you. You took on the role of the strong one, the problem solver, the one who carried the emotional weather of your household. Over the years, the worries of this world, the relentless demands of providing, the fears for your children's safety, the constant noise of societal expectations, slowly began to steal your inner peace. Like a slow leak in a tire, the joy and the lightness you once knew were drained away, replaced by a constant, low-level hum of anxiety. Now, as you find yourself in the golden years of the third age, the anatomy of this weight has shifted, but it has not necessarily lightened. The anxieties have taken on new faces. You worry about your health, about the aches and pains that remind you of your mortality. You worry about the state of the world you are leaving to your grandchildren. You may even wrestle with the haunting specter of regret, looking back at paths not taken or words left unsaid. The enemy of your soul loves to use the stillness of this season to amplify those regrets, whispering lies that your best days are behind you, that you have missed out on my perfect plan, or that you are no longer useful. He tries to convince you that the isolation you sometimes feel is a punishment rather than a sacred space for us to commune. But I want you to hear my voice, cutting through the noise of those fears. Do you remember the story of when I was in the boat with my friends and a furious squall came up? The waves were breaking over the boat and it was nearly swamped. My friends were terrified, completely consumed by the sudden chaos, convinced they were going to drown. But I was asleep on a cushion in the stern. When they woke me, I did not panic. I simply spoke to the wind and the waves. As it is written in the Gospel of Mark, I said, "Peace, be still." And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. My beloved, I am speaking those exact words over the turbulent sea of your mind right now. Peace, be still. The solution to the heavy walls you have built and the anxieties that plague your nights is not found in trying harder to be strong. It is not found in trying to figure out the rest of your life on your own. The solution is surrendering the illusion of control. It is giving me permission to dismantle those heavy bricks you have carried for so long. You do not have to hold the world together anymore. You do not have to protect yourself from every possible pain. You are safe in my hands. Let me be the protector of your tender heart. Let me carry the worries about your family, your health, and your future. The anatomy of your weight is simply the accumulation of living in a fallen world, but my love is the gentle solvent that melts it all away. Now look up into my face and witness the beautiful turning point of my grace. I want to entirely shift your perspective on the days, months, and years you have ahead of you. The world measures time like sand running out of a glass, constantly rushing, constantly mourning what is gone, and constantly fearing the end. But my grace does not operate on the clock of this world. In my kingdom, time is not a cruel master. It is a canvas for my glory. I need you to know, in the deepest recesses of your spirit, that it is never, ever too late for me. Perhaps you look at your life and think you do not have enough time left to make a difference, or to find true joy, or to heal the broken relationships that have caused you sorrow. But remember what I told my disciples when they were overwhelmed by the impossibility of salvation. I looked at them and said, as recorded in Mark, "With man it is impossible, but not with God, for all things are possible with God." That promise was not just for them. It is a living, breathing promise for you today. The time you have remaining, whether it is a handful of years or a few more decades, is more than enough for my profound redemption to work through you. One single moment fully surrendered to my peace is more powerful than a lifetime of anxious striving. You are my chosen one, Do not let the rejection of the past or the physical limitations of the present convince you otherwise. The spiritual authority you carry has not diminished with age. It has matured. It has been refined by the fires of experience. You do not need to stand on a stage or lead a massive movement to walk in this authority. Your authority is now found in the quiet dignity of your wisdom, in the power of your prayers, and in the gentle love you extend to those around you. When you smile at a stranger, when you offer a listening ear to someone who is hurting, when you simply sit in the quietness of your room and pray for your family, you are exercising the magnificent, world-changing authority of the kingdom of heaven. I have guarded you through every storm you have faced. Think back on the trials that you thought would utterly destroy you. Look at you now. You survived. You are still here. I was the unseen hand holding you up when your knees buckled. I was the silent whisper of hope when the darkness was suffocating. I am still that hand, and I am still that voice. You are wrapped in a fortress of my divine protection. No weapon formed against you, not even the weapons of sickness, fear, or loneliness, can ever separate you from my fierce and jealous love for you. I am calling you to step into a season of unprecedented spiritual rest. I want you to wake up each morning, and instead of bracing yourself for the day's worries, simply say, "Lord, I am yours. Allow me to fill your quiet house with my vibrant presence. Let the memories of the past be a testament to my faithfulness, not a source of regret." You are strong, not with the brittle strength of human willpower, but with the eternal, unbreakable strength of my spirit dwelling within you. You are cherished beyond your wildest comprehension. Let go of the need to be understood by everyone. It is enough that I understand you perfectly. Let go of the need to prove your worth. Your worth was settled forever the moment I breathed life into you. I am walking right beside you in this third age. I will hold your hand through every transition, every joy, and every tear. You are never walking alone. If you are ready to let go of the heavy burdens of your past, the misunderstandings, and the fears of tomorrow, I invite you to make a simple declaration today. Leave your burden in the comments below. Type, "I receive your peace, Lord." I also invite you to subscribe to this channel so that we can continue to walk together, side by side, every single day. Rest now, my beloved chosen one. The battle is mine, and the peace is forever yours.